Cheers.
Cheers to episode 212 is what I have.
212.
But for some reason,
Happy
that
Mother's
sounds like
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day. I have a drink here. I made a drink. If you wanted to test it out.
I didn't.
It's whiskey, bourbon, with half a shot of orange liqueur, like a triple sec, and then zero sugar ginger ale to the top. Pretty good.
Is there caffeine in ginger ale?
No. Probably. Someone's probably sitting out there like, yes, there is. There's a caffeine-free version.
So caffeine and alcohol at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night before a week of work? What's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm celebrating my boy Seb Straka with his fourth PGA Tour win. Joseph with an F.
Also, he's basically American.
Yeah.
He started talking, I thought. I didn't even realize it was him. He just
Part of the
sounded-
appeal.
Yeah, but he plays for Europe.
Austrian-born, Georgia
Until he was
Bulldog.
14.
Evan can get behind the Georgia Bulldog part.
He moved to Valdosta, Georgia when he was 14.
Do you guys know? All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries that border Austria in Europe. I'm not going to ask for all 7. I don't think you could if you think you could. Maybe just give me 3 of the 7.
Germany.
No.
Yes.
Poland.
No.
Gotta be
Wait.
close.
No. Nope. There's a
Switzerland.
country. Yep. On the west.
Yep.
That's Switzerland.
I know all the west, east side. Don't know. Kazakhstan.
No. Sorry, no bad guesses.
No, I'm not.
That's on the other side of Ukraine to the east.
Oh, I'm guessing.
We got 2.
Give us
Nothing
a hint.
announced yet.
Austria's right in the Bulgaria, Belgium.
Nope. That's on the other side of Germany on the west.
Damn.
This is a great history lesson for
Austria's
everyone.
right in the middle.
I have a
Italy
clue.
borders it.
Yep. Evan's got a 3 on his own, carrying the team.
Spain.
No, Alex.
Spain's way left, bro.
Just throwing out
That's like as
countries.
bad as
Austria's down in
Kazakhstan.
the bottom.
Netherlands.
Austria's down in the bottom middle. So
Netherlands.
Greece
Uh,
probably borders it.
No, Netherlands. No. God,
Greece
Might
Alex,
have been
you're
close.
Greece.
multiple countries away.
Bad at
Mm.
maps.
No.
It's near the Mediterranean Sea, Alex.
The Baltic.
So we have
Can I have
Germany,
a hint?
Switzerland, and Italy. You have the whole west side.
I don't know what the east side's.
One of the
Europe
countries is a state of being that people say, like, there's a trend going around. I could eat blank right now.
Hungary.
So Hungary.
Hungary is 4. That's on the
Croatia.
east. So close. There's a country between Croatia and Austria. I'll give you the rest. Czechia?
Czechoslovakia.
No,
Czech
it's like
Republic.
I'm just going to share the map at this point because we can talk about it together. Shout out to Sepp Straka. Czechia with Prague, Slovakia, and Slovenia.
Yeah.
You were close with Croatia, Alex. You were close.
Yeah, those are hard countries
Greece
to
is way
fucking
down.
get.
Greece was far. Alex has got Spain's down here.
Okay, well, I knew that
The
one.
low light of Evan is Kazakhstan is over here. Kazakhstan, just for reference, big piece of land, Kazakhstan.
I'm not good at maps.
And then Austria back here.
Never been a good map guy. Mainly because I don't look at them.
Up there.
Evan, your mic's far away now.
Yeah.
Alex said
Get locked into
Netherlands.
the map. Don't you know
I
where the
don't wasn't
Netherlands are?
that far.
Alex had the worst guesses. He might as well have said Portugal.
You just said there were no bad guesses. At least I didn't say like something outside of Europe.
But shout out to Sepp. You said 14 years old, Alex. He moved to Georgia.
Yeah.
So we made that
Correct.
flight from here to right into the deep south and was a Georgia Bulldog. I don't know how good of a college golfer he was. I imagine he was sweep. I don't
I'm
know if he
sure
like won
he
a lot of
was
stuff.
pretty good, dude.
But I mean, overshadowed by a lot of other good college golfers. And now he's a top 17, top 15 player in the world, peaking before the PGA Championship, which we will talk about on this show. There's a little teaser. What were you guys drinking before we get into weekly life check-ins?
Flavorless protein.
What?
I haven't missed that show.
Oh,
This
he
is his
did.
first time hearing it. Flavorless protein.
Protein unflavored.
That's crazy
Mixed with
stuff.
water.
With water? Not even milk?
What? I'm gonna drink 12 ounces of milk right now?
Yeah, it's delicious.
No.
Yes. Your friend
Yeah.
Colby would want you to.
Does
I don't
Colby like
drink
milk?
anymore.
Colby like milk?
Yeah.
Colby loves milk.
God, Grant. You need to get
Milk.
to know your friends a little bit more.
Chocolate, plain, all the above, doesn't discriminate.
White.
He sees color when it comes to milk.
Yes, he does.
2% whole?
I don't think he's a whole. I don't know. I think he's a 1%er.
1%?
I just know
I ever
that
had
he
1%.
would chase shots with milk in college.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
You get home from the bar and you're hungover. All you
This
want
is
is a,
true. This
a
is
big
real.
glass of water. What does Colby grab? The jug of milk that's in the fridge.
That is so disgusting. Wow. I respect that, though. I feel like I was just looking into Seb Straka's bio right now.
Yeah, I can't find anything about his college career.
No, there's not even that many photos on the internet of him at Georgia. I was Googling that as well.
Like, there's nothing.
I also don't even remember really why I started liking him. I think I said his name on the show and laughed at who is Seb Straka 2 years ago. And I think I just slowly have started to like him. But we're going to talk about NBA, NHL playoffs quickly, an update there. Sherrone Moore is suspended since our last show.
Is he
The case will
suspended?
not die.
Or is he just taking a vacation?
Before we continue, Seb
Potentially.
Straka, the only thing on Georgia's website is he had a good Bulldog career. That's it.
On
That's
the
all there is on
school's
him.
official website.
On men's golf, Georgia.
That almost seems unbelievable.
It's one article. That's it.
Well, it does say after a good Bulldog career.
There's nothing else. There's not even a team page with him.
Wow.
He faked it. Never went there.
Yeah.
He probably didn't even play.
He doesn't even know how to bark.
Dude,
What if he
there's
didn't
nothing.
play at Georgia?
There's nothing about him. This is the weirdest thing ever.
And then we'll also have, like I said, PGA Championship preview and picks. Maybe some other things as well. All right, Alex, would you like to? Are you in the right frame of mind to kick us off, or are you still too deep in
I'm
Seb's
going
life?
to try to find Seb's college career.
Well, Evan and I will talk. Evan, did you see what was on my timeline? I wasn't on a ton because I was visiting in Sylvania, but I saw a lot of. This was a big weekend for rookie mini camps of people deciding if players are good or not right away.
Yeah, I've seen that. The highlight
That
films.
has a
and then,
twin,
oh,
Classic.
Sam Straka, that also played at Georgia at the same time.
Sam.
there's still no team photo of him.
What if he took over Seb's body? Anyways, that Tesla one, the Tesla grab, was going viral for the Lions because I saw people trying to say
I
that
need to
he's
know who
bad
threw
because
it.
of that clip.
I need to know who threw it and who was it on. That's what I need to know. He doesn't
I
look
think
bad.
they let some coaches throw. Oh, wait, no, that's a guy in a red jersey. You're saying who's number 39? No, who is that? 35 Lions roster. People
Probably
were
not
saying
even
that
on
he
the
didn't get any
roster.
separation.
I don't care.
Okay, good. I didn't know if I could see Evan falling into that, but yeah, bad. That was Gavin Holmes, cornerback from Texas,
That's
hometown
not
New
him.
Orleans.
That's not him throwing the ball.
No, playing defense.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a UDFA. I can't read that number of who's throwing the football, but I can tell you who our quarterbacks on the mini camp roster are. Cole Snyder, number 10, Eastern Michigan. He's the only one listed on this piece of paper.
shout out Max Crosby.
All roads back to Max. And then I also saw Mason Graham's a bust. There was a Browns
Mason
fan.
Graham's a bust already?
Yep, someone said, I don't care.
I saw it. He's not strong.
I
He
actually
also,
did make a smirky comment in my own head that Shadur's not going to be good because he's still patting the ball he throws. He always patted it during the highlight. And then I saw a meme of Kenny Pickett in his hands size compared to Joe Flacco.
This is the clip I saw.
Yeah,
He's a
He
bust already?
sucks.
someone
Like-
said he's a bust because of this effort.
Falls down. He's lazy. He's not strong.
He also threw up in his helmet on the first day, and had to clean
This-
it out.
this
So people
rep's
said he's out of people said he's out of shape.
He looks like dude.
So Alex is falling for it.
I mean, I think he'll be fine, but I mean, these clips are not good of him.
They just said his career's over. That's it.
Well, he did go to the Browns, so it's not helping him.
John Frischella, I don't care what anyone says. This is not a 5th overall pick in the NFL draft. You cannot draft people on name value.
What is this guy's right?
100,000 followers,
apologize?
NFL writer and insider. He's a girl
Football
dad, but
analyst.
he has a daughter too. Bleacher Report,
Hey, history.
Razzball.
All right,
Nets,
back to Sep Straka.
UConn,
I've got some
Jets,
information.
Then why is he talking about the Browns?
Good
I've got
question.
some information on your boy Seppi.
Lay it on me.
He was the number 151th ranked golfer in college his senior year,
Wow.
and then he returned.
Not good.
Yeah, it's
No.
not very good.
That's
then he
Ricky Fowler
returned.
range. Sorry,
Oh,
that
that's
was
mean.
That's-
Just
Wow.
aim.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Then he returned for 5th year, and he was number 33.
All right.
Should have got a job instead.
He was the 4th best golfer on Georgia his senior year, but then his 5th year.
So who are the 3 in front of him?
Lee McCoy, Grayson Sig, and Zach Healy.
Well, I'm going to be those guys now.
Rags to riches. Did you guys know from Jim Nance? He said that his mom worked at a golf course and sold his dad a golf club, and that's how they met.
Pretty cool.
And apparently Sam at the same time. Sam and Joseph. Did you think they were twins?
I don't know if there's twins or not.
Oh, you just said brother.
He said twins.
I could have been wrong on that. 'Cause
Also, I'm not sure what the story behind Joseph Sepp Straka shaving his head. That was pretty recent. I know it was at the Masters. He just
I was
went
just saying,
full
kind of was
bald.
rocking the ball. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, he won. Alex, news and notes
Yeah.
from your life. Second week of May. It's gonna be May.
Gonna be May.
Jesus.
Cinco de Mayo to start the week.
Yeah, I was told the consensus I got is that Cinco de Mayo is arguably just like a white person holiday that's like
It is.
borderline racist.
Sounds like something we do.
They're like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of white people celebrating, giving themselves a reason to drink margaritas and get drunk on a college campus.
Sounds like something we do.
So, they don't, just so you know, native Mexicans, they do not celebrate Cinco de Mayo, really.
They're more
It's not
Day of
really-
the Dead.
Yeah, not
I
really.
feel like that's a huge
Cinco
celebration
de Mayo is
day.
not really a thing for them. That's what I was told.
Good to know.
Just a
Good thing I
for
got
us white
margaritas on
people.
Friday. Waited 4 days.
So no, didn't do anything for Cinco de Mayo. I saw a video of some guy say Cinco de Mayo though, and I laughed.
That's pathetic that you laughed at that.
It doesn't take much. Yesterday, well, I've been running again. That's new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross.
More like interval running,
Sorry.
Like sprint intervals?
like sprint, jog, walk, type of things. Just change it
SJW.
up.
Hit training.
Keep it interesting.
So if somebody was just watching you from afar, you're just like walking, and then you get into a slow jog, and then to like a dead sprint, or what?
There was one stretch where yes, I was dead sprinting. Like people probably think about.
I would pay money to like have a bird's eye view of you just sprinting down like a path in Houston.
Check your time.
Not to mention, I
Start
mean, it's
walking.
hot, sunny. I'm tarp off, so I'm sprinting just shirt
Oh,
off.
big flex.
Checking
Yeah.
the whoop. Probably wearing 5-inch inseam shorts.
No.
Right testicle flopping out.
Bad. So I did back and buys yesterday, and then I did my running afterwards outside, and my
2
right
days.
bicep flexed like it was like almost like a cramp when I was running like this. Just the worst pain I ever had to stop. Just like bending over, like thought I was gonna die. It was the worst moment.
What a veteran
that's
move
a-
to train the arms before a tarpless run in Houston.
Right. You're not gonna go out there looking like shit.
Wow.
So yeah, running a little bit again. I think I need new. I think my right foot is bigger than my left foot. Is that normal, Evan? Can you speak to that?
Your right foot is bigger than your left foot? No.
My right shoe always is tighter on my foot in any shoes I wear. I think my right foot is bigger.
I mean,
It's
don't
very
know.
common to have
I
one foot
don't
slightly larger
know.
than the other.
Yep.
60% of the
my right
population
big
has
toe
different
always
sizes.
hits
60%
the
of the
back.
population has it. There you go.
Apparently, for AI overview, what to
Okay.
do.
So yeah, did that, and then today I played golf.
Sorry. I just was on Reddit and there was like pictures of people's feet. And I'm just picturing like this guy being Alex right here.
It's not that
It's like,
drastic.
hey,
It's like,
I got 1 foot way bigger than the other.
no, it's not like that.
Look at that freaking jump scare. Okay, that's
back to my life. I'm in golf purgatory, I think, and I need tips. I need help.
Oh, that's what I'm good for about golf.
Good thing you have a bunch of buddies coming down to help you with your golf game.
So
I'll raise your game for sure.
So I shot 80 today.
Oh, yeah, it must be rough.
Classic.
Just to give like a synopsis. I drove the ball very well, probably hit like 80% of fairways again.
That's
First.
Irons were very good. I had
Can't
lots of birdie putts. I made 2 birdie putts, which is rare. I actually made some.
How far away? 10 feet?
10, 12, yeah, somewhere in there.
Nice.
And yet I still shot 80. So it just feels like whenever I go out, I'm just going to shoot 80 to 83 every single time, and I don't know where I'm losing strokes. Like one hole was just a tough break. I hit the sprinkler head on a par 3 on the fringe, and it shot out of bounds. I mean, double. I don't know what you're going to do about that.
Right there.
But still, it's like I can hit the ball great all day, and then I look at the card. I'm like, what happened?
What happened on your bogey holes? If you had made 2 birdies and you shot 6 over, 8 over, that means you had 10 bogeys. Well, I guess you had a double, so you had...
Yeah, I had 2 doubles. So obviously I understand you can eliminate doubles. That's a step 1. But like, what went wrong?
What are your bogey holes?
I think I had 1 3-putt bogey. Fine. I didn't hit every green, obviously, so I didn't get up and down every single time. So a couple bogeys that I just didn't get up and down on.
I think that's it, Alex. I'm reading Reddit right now, and people saying how you go from single digit to scratch range, which I know you're not necessarily saying that, but he said it's all about making your up and downs, and if you're within 100 yards, like you just stick it to like 5 to 10 feet consistently, and that's basically it. It's like this guy just said, if my buddy misses a green, he does not care at all and chips it within 5 feet and then moves on to the next hole with a par.
Yeah, and I think I get up and down a good, but more than an average person probably would. But I would say probably from like 120 to 150, I'm not putting it inside 10 feet very often. It's more like 15 to 20 feet for birdie. And I don't ever make those, so...
Right. But you just 2-putt and move on.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like 8 rounds in a row of the exact same score. Even though I'm hitting the ball consistently better every time I go out.
It's got to be
the same score.
I think it's got to be that short game. I'm assuming your course management is fine.
Yeah. I don't take many risks, like Evan just told me.
Take chances. See what happens. Take a chance one round. See
there
what
might be a couple
moment,
85s, might be a couple 77s in there.
One moment today, par 5, tee shot was a little right. So I was like in the rough, but there was 2 trees like 100 yards out from me. And I'm 215 out. And there was a small window. And I was like, all right, hybrid. We just rip through this window.
Yeah.
And then I 90% air.
Took the club back, got caught. So it backed off. Cody,
Smart.
KFM would be proud of that.
Smart.
Backed off. Friend looks at me. He's like, dude, just punch it out. So then I took a 5-iron and hit like a little low cut around the trees. And then I made par. Missed like a 7-footer for birdie. But that was a big step for me. That's big maturity.
Oh, that's not taking chances. You saw a birdie putt and you missed it. That's where you went wrong on that hole.
Well, yeah. But what could have went wrong is I could have pulled the hybrid, hit the trees, had 211 out, hitting 3 or 4 or 3, and then make a bogey. So I would say, I don't need to take chances.
This might be the wrong way to think because I know birdies are important, but what if you just went in the mentality of like, I'm trying to par every hole out here because that'd be like the best round of your life?
That's pretty much what I try to do. But I mean, if you're trying to par every hole, that means
you're going to bogey.
Putting the ball on the green and 2-putting. So you're inevitably going to make a birdie or 2, and you're inevitably going to 3-putt a couple of times.
It could just be getting so sick up and down from wherever that it just doesn't matter if you miss the green.
I don't have to get up and down that much, though, because I don't miss the green that much. I mean, I miss it, but I'd probably hit over 50% of the greens.
I guess I don't know. Maybe lag putting. Maybe the school of Evan lag putting is what you need.
No, I
then.
2-putt all the time.
But then how are you getting to 80?
This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it.
You should be shooting 74.
I had 3 bad shots today. I topped 2 drives. I parred both of those holes. Those didn't even affect anything.
Okay.
It's like, well, then what happened? So I had a sprinkler head make a double. Like I had a plugged bunker shot that I had to take penalty on to get out.
Those penalty shots are where you missing your strokes at, and you're missing 7-footer.
But if you have to take a penalty in play, I mean that just sucks.
Yeah,
You're not going to. How many 7-footers do you guys make?
All of them.
None of them.
7-footers, maybe 2 out of 10.
Yeah, and the pros make like 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm probably like 3 out of 10.
But Alex, if you play that course again, you're not hitting the same sprinkler head. You're not duffing 2 drives. You're not missing that same 7-footer again.
Yeah, but he's saying 5 rounds in a row. That's where I'm trying to. I know this happened today.
We're at 8 rounds in a row of between 80 to 82.
Just, you've reached your max. You reached your full potential.
No, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
Well, then make your 7-footer that and quit bitching about it.
I'm just saying I'm in golf purgatory, and if anybody has any tips, but Evan, you didn't provide anything. Granted, you said I need to be better at getting up and down, which maybe
the Reddit thread said you just have to be able to get up and down for
You always need to be better
wherever.
at putting. I've told you that for years.
It's also hard to get really good at putting when the greens are always different. Some greens are shitty and some are fine.
Do you, when you course management,
sounds like you're pointing your fingers at somebody else instead of looking at yourself in the mirror?
When you're going into greens,
I fully admit that I don't make a lot of putts
because I'm bad at golf, so I used to do this. But when I watched someone explain it, when I would shoot at a green, I would always just stare at the flag, and they're like, "Why don't you just try to hit the middle of the green, assuming it's not like 2-tiered? Maybe just start aiming for just the dead middle of the green."
I've been aiming for the middle of the greens now.
Just don't even care about the flag. You don't see a flag; you just see green. It's like I'm going to hit that, unless the green is diabolical.
I've also been aiming for the front of the green. Hitting whatever the fly distance is, don't care. Whatever the front of the green is, that's where I shoot. That's where my aiming is. One bounce, let it roll. Whenever it rolls up on the green, I'm good.
Pros say always take more club. That's like their big rule. Always take more as an amateur.
I do no full swings ever.
I never take more club.
I did a lot of knockdown shots.
I just tried to muscle it up there. It's like, I'm just going to smash this ball.
Try to muscle it and get it there. And I shanked it.
Other suggestions, Alex. 1, don't tell anyone, but turn the slope thing on your rangefinder so you don't have to do that math in your head. 2,
I don't have a rangefinder that can do that.
Oh.
Am I allowed to use my slope feature in Houston, or is that against the rules?
You have a rangefinder?
Yes.
It has slope?
Yes.
100%.
Sick. Yeah, you can use it.
Okay, I didn't know if
the one I have is the one I have from high school, so it wasn't allowed to have.
KFM might chime in like you're not using slow, but I'm planning.
I think
to.
it's not allowed on the tour, obviously, but
if you do USGA rules in like a weekend tournament, you can't do it. So it's the group you're with.
You're not.
I don't think you're playing any USGA rules tournaments anytime soon.
Maybe a couple. Other tips, Alex, maybe just a couple pocket drops here and there when you are in trouble. Be like, oh, wait, it didn't actually hit the sprinkler head. It's over here now.
Even though everybody saw it travel 30 feet into the air, guys, I promise it's right here. Okay, so pocket drops, slope, anything else? Pencil whipping. Okay,
what's that?
Done.
Putt better.
I'm trying to putt better, Evan.
Don't be the first one to hit your tee shot every single time. Let everybody else. You don't need to play honor golf. Play ready golf.
You want me to hit my tee shot first, or you don't want me to?
Don't want you to. I can just see you being the big guy. Like, I'll go hit first. It doesn't matter. I'm hitting my driver.
Set the tone.
I don't think I teed off first once today.
Does that matter? I feel like that matters in putt-putt. I don't know if it matters as much on a real course.
It does.
Real course, it could, because if you're rushing yourself and then you're like, oh, and also if you want to see where the balls are going to land.
Always miss low of the hole. That's what I think you should be your goal too.
Front of the green.
Front of the green.
Never. Wait, putting or?
No, putting.
Approaching.
You should just. I'm a lag putter, so I don't even care about making it.
I think that's my problem. I'm a lag putter now. I leave everything.
Oh, all that shit talk. That's what you get. All that shit talk for years, complaining that I'm a lag putter, and then look, it's coming back to me.
I had 33 putts today, so it wasn't that bad. I mean,
try what I do.
No, I should have had 32 if you made that 7-footer.
See if you're better putting looking at the hole.
No,
see what happens. Just see what happens. See object, hit object.
Less practice strokes on the putting. Because you said that there's that thing where your body already knows where to hit it. Just go.
Yeah, you're an athlete.
There's someone
get
on
your
tour
line.
does that.
Let's practice strokes. Just get your line and
Doesn't
go.
do practice strokes?
Someone on tour putts like that. I think it's Justin Rose. He just
probably
goes up
Ludwig. He doesn't really practice at all.
Pretty sure Justin Rose at the Masters would pick his line, just walk up and hit it.
Sergio Garcia looked at the hole for a whole tournament once.
Spieth did that when he was losing his mind.
That's good stuff.
I don't know.
Get a tall putter.
No.
Experiment.
I'm not tall.
I could.
It just feels like I can go out.
You seem like the Adam Scott.
I can play like absolute shit. I'll shoot 82. Go out, hit the ball the best I've hit in years, and I'll shoot 80. Like that's just what happens.
There's your peak.
But it's not. It's not.
You said I've shot I best in years. Boom.
No.
Yeah, I guess that would be your peak.
Well, yeah. But I've shot in the 70s many times, so it's not like I can't ever do it.
Don't hit a sprinkler head. Don't hit a ball into a bunker where you have to take relief.
Learn how to hit plug bunker shots.
It was in the side of the lip of the bunker.
What the hell did you one into it?
No, it cut in. Hit the back of it. No, I like hitting cuts.
Oh. Just hit the ball straight. Just the flag's right there. You're already straight ahead. You're already aiming straight.
Guys, I was hitting the ball good.
Get more drunk or less drunk, depending on your sweet spot.
You're just out there for a good time. You're not out there to...
Didn't drink a single beverage. I haven't been drinking on the course in quite some time.
Maybe just one or two.
All right, that's your
It's really hot here.
Evan's found it. After all that, Evan identified the problem. You need a two-hearted. They don't have those, though.
I don't have those.
You need a mixed drink. Nice little refreshing mixed drink with some ice. Plastic cup.
Transfusion.
Oh. I'll get you
dump it on the back of your neck when you're hot.
Little mix. Let's start Arnold Palmer on ice.
Stay tuned.
I'll report back, everyone, in June on what's happening out there. I'll get to live reporting.
If you're in my
some
group.
video. Maybe you get some video of a meltdown.
I have not been melting down in quite some time.
Maybe you will around your friends. They'll rattle you in your head. I thought this was your home course. You're playing like shit. You know what, buddy?
I don't have a home course here. I play all sorts of courses.
No, GCH is your home course for sure.
GCOH, and no, it is not.
You don't say the O and of. Nobody does that.
On their hats, it's GCOH.
That's bad advertising.
Evan, your week of
done something so bad. A lot of baseball still. We had rain out, though, here in Michigan. It was pretty bad weather on Tuesday. It would rain literally all day on Tuesday.
It did. It started
Monday. It started Monday night, and then all day Tuesday, and then a little bit actually even on Wednesday morning. So it had some weather delay, some rain out, so we only played on... What day did we play? We played on Thursday.
I was listening to you, I can tell.
That's okay. We played on Thursday, and I almost went off on the other team's coach.
No way. This is like that football. Is this a you problem or other people problem?
No, it's the other person's problem. I'm also probably like when I'm talking to some coaches that I don't care for, or if they piss me off, then they're like dead to me.
Okay. Hold a grudge.
My biggest issue with freshman baseball is coaches coming up. Can we play a 5-inning game? I'm just out of pitchers.
and his reason was every time.
But he's got rained out this all week. Like, so have I. Like, there's no way you've played unless you played on Monday, which he didn't play on Monday because I saw his schedule. He's like, well, I got a doubleheader on Saturday. And I literally straight up told him first. I was like, I do too. He's like, I got a couple of people injured. I'd really appreciate it if we could just play the second game, a 5-inning game.
Instead of 7?
Instead of 7.
We're talking about 6 outs, which is... We're talking about 20 pitches on a kid's arm who's like 15 years old, 16 years old.
I just don't want you to see like some of the pitches that I would have to throw.
Stop throwing curveballs. Don't have to throw a changeup.
So I was like, whatever. I was like... And then the umpire said to me, so what are we doing today? And he's like, we're going to play the first one 7, and the second one's going to be a 5-inning game. Like, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and argue about it. First game, we lose on a walk-off. All right. We're better than this team.
Home run or just a
walk-off,
hit?
like a base hit. Bases loaded or whatever. The second game, we get up like 7-0 in the first inning, 7-1.
Yes.
They make a storming comeback.
No.
In the 5th inning.
Of course.
In the 5th inning, and after the 5th inning, it is tied 7-7. And he comes out of the dugout and is like, well, he like looks across like, we playing extras? And I was like, line it up. I was so pissed off at my team anyways. Just for playing bad. I was like, line it up. And he's like, oh, extra innings? I was like, well, you only wanted to play 5, so line it up. So we line it up.
I mean, this is you. This is not you.
No, I can put myself in his shoes. I'd be pissed off at my team
I
as
can
well.
see why you were pissed, but also, like, I can see why, like, you might have caused this issue.
I don't care. And then after the game, I'm pissed off. Like, we didn't play well. I'm grabbing all the equipment. I'm putting balls in the bucket because it won't freaking fit, and I'm just trying to sit on the bucket. And he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, coach, sorry we couldn't get that out of our game, man. That first pitcher I threw, he usually doesn't throw strikes. It was a miracle how well he pitched today."
Sounds like a nice guy, Evan. And you're just about to shit all over him.
And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't know what to say besides like, let's not predict what's going to happen and let's just like play it by ear. And he's like, kind of wish we could have played 7 that second one. And I was walking. I was like, yeah, I guess so. I just was so pissed off.
This guy seems nice, Evan.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that was not heard of only playing 5 innings unless I'm just completely forgetting how baseball used to work.
With like leagues now, with like,
I mean, we're talking like I said, we're talking 6 outs of our life here.
Yeah.
6 outs. We're already there. We already probably drove a half hour to get here.
I did.
Like, let's just do it. There's no bus back. Kids are getting home. Not having to go back to the school and clean out their locker. Let's just do it.
And then Saturday we played in the morning at home, which was nice. 2 7-inning games. Split both of those. And then I went to the Tigers game, but Jack Flaherty decided to throw BP and give up home run derby to the Rangers. I guess the Rangers are the Tigers kryptonite because we can't hit off of them because we got shelled today. Jock Peterson hit his first home run of the year after batting 130 on the year, and people calling him the worst free agent signing of like the last 5 years. And he hit a home run against the Tigers. First one of this year.
He had a hell of a peak, though. Oh, my God. I remember thinking he was like a top 5 player in baseball when he was going at his best.
Yeah.
Jock.
And then Mother's Day. I got a Tarek Subel bobblehead. Crazy.
Mystery. Well, which one did you get? There was a mystery.
I got the Detroit City Connect uniform.
City Connect. That's a nice leg kick. That looks pretty accurate.
It's nice. Those uniforms stink.
Alex, can you name all 3 teams that Jock Peterson's played for before Texas?
Dodgers.
Yep.
Cubs.
Okay, yeah, Rangers? I didn't click on that year. He played for 2 teams that year. So he's played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams before the Rangers.
Dodgers,
was all
Cubs.
over it. Yep. Yeah, that's actually in order. No shot you get the other 2021 year. I was just
saying that this was his first home run of this year.
Orioles?
Because
but a different black and orange team. There's only one other one.
He just came back from the Giants, Alex, and then he also played for Pittsburgh.
No.
He played for Pittsburgh?
No.
I swear he did.
No.
Unless this page is wrong. It's Dodgers, Cubs, Atlanta Braves for 64 games. Giants, Arizona, Texas.
I swear Pittsburgh's in there somewhere, but I could be
So
wrong.
Basically, every team was just like, yeah, he might still be good. So let's trade for him.
That's how it always is. It got to be factual.
He was sick at one point.
Sick.
We came up for the Dodgers farm system as a center fielder, outfielder.
He hit 36 ding dongs in 2019 with the Dodgers.
Crazy. That's exactly the exact phrase I just used in my head. 36 ding dongs.
111 RBIs. 2021, he was still good. 2022, he was good. He had 100 RBIs in 2022.
Oh, 2024, he had his best OPS year.
Well, how many strikeouts did he have?
He's still pretty
105.
good.
Well, no, he's not good with the Rangers, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Give me 2025. Well, it's
down on the bottom.
Unless he plays Flaherty. Now it's at top.
Oh, yeah, it's worse.
Switch it up on you guys.
Now it's at the top.
Oh, he's bad.
Early, though. It's early.
Yeah, it's early. But that's
yeah, you did. They came out hot, too. They kind of, like, your team getting up 7-0 early. They just got up to a nice lead fast in that game, and then it was over.
Jacob deGrom still has it.
I kind of forgot about him.
He was just stealing.
Well, he missed like 2 years in a row because of
Gary Carpenter hit a leadoff home run, and we're like, all right, we're back. It's 3-1. And then the next 2 innings, the next 6 outs were all strikeouts.
Who pitched today?
We had Reese Olson and they had Nathan Eovaldi.
To be fair,
smacked.
Evan, it was unfortunate for your timing, but we probably that was a schedule loss. We should have lost Friday, but Scooble pitched, so we just muscled out a 2-1 win because we were in Colorado finishing up at like 6 o'clock and had to fly back to Detroit and then play the next day because of the doubleheader rain out or cancellation. So that was a schedule loss. We were due to lose a game after that, sweeping the Rockies on no days off. So it just happened to line up with when you were there.
Alex, you can watch the Tigers for free Tuesday night on TBS.
Oh, Boston.
Against Boston.
No days off still. God, we need a day off.
Tomorrow or Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Monday is normal. Joe. Oh, Kiter Montero on TBS. Scooble the next day. That sucks for TBS. I'm sure they would have liked Scoop.
IL.
Yes, hamstring.
But right back
not severe.
Where it belongs.
Alex,
he's
take a lap.
6-1 and leads the American League in wins.
He's been playing well. Hope it continues.
Is that stat true? You just ripped that off. That was great. That was a
he loves
shove it right in Alex's face.
Dude. He loves it. Don't you have a t-shirt jersey?
Yes, I wore it to the game yesterday.
Nice.
T-shirt jerseys were the best as a kid. I had so many of them.
Were they?
Okay, I want to shout
baseball
out
ones.
Detroit
just easy to get.
Detroit D-Shop last year when we went to a game was the worst team issued gear selection of all time.
In the stadium, you're saying?
In the stadium last year. Horrendous.
It's because we still sucked. Probably when you went.
This year, phenomenal. You name it, they had it. I mean, all the prices are jacked up. I just don't like the layout of the store still.
What'd you buy? That hat?
I bought this hat.
Nice.
Can you get a little closer?
Shame on us for not saying.
Yeah, it's military appreciation.
Oh, that's a nice color.
Colors to
Alex.
Bill.
Oh, love a good flag. It's like
what colors to Bill?
It's a greenish. It's like a muted olive green, like a army camo. Oh, dry fit, fashion show. Oh, that's really good.
Can't believe you're not wearing that.
Oh wow, he slept in it the last 2 days. Wow,
you sleep in that shirt, Evan?
No. Okay, so that Torque Bomb shirt.
Sick.
Given to you by Spencer himself.
I was walking out, towards the checkout, and I just happened to turn to my left, and I saw that hanging up on the rack, and I was like,
"Excuse me, 1 second.
I have to get it."
That's
your
good
love
stuff.
for Torkelson's like my love for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes, and then Torkelson just completely disappointed me yesterday. 0 for 3 strikeouts yesterday.
Oh.
Had our 2 hits today. Well,
he's already done enough this year for me to be like, oh, he doesn't suck.
Ooh, a little hat trick. Is a golden sombrero 5 strikeouts?
Yeah.
No. Wait, 4 is a golden sombrero.
Craig Monroe owns the record.
5 is a platinum sombrero. I've never heard that before.
All right, I have a thing that we need to cancel at all sporting events from old people.
The
This
Wave?
has happened back-to-back years, back-to-back Tiger games I'm gone to. Nope, the Wave was never started yesterday. The right field tried to get it going. Never got seen.
Love that. Shut that down.
Old people, Tigers games, Cincinnati, and now the Rangers games. The people due in front of us just love FaceTiming family members and has to show them that they're at the baseball field.
So no FaceTiming at sporting events.
No, that should be canceled.
I tend to agree. That's
behind
wild. I've seen people go on Facebook Live, which I didn't know people still did at sporting events in front of me and just broadcast. It's illegal, by the way.
Yeah,
Get arrested if you do that.
FaceTiming,
people do that at the movie
game.
theater.
Can you believe it? I'm actually here. Yeah, that's what America looks like.
So annoying.
Cool. How long of a call, though? Are we talking a whole inning? A half inning?
Half inning.
That's crazy.
But the one when we went to the Cincinnati Reds game last year, this person was on it for 3 or 4 innings. Half.
How many pops? How many pops you have?
I had 2.
Too
What kind?
expensive to have more.
I had a Bud Light and a Summer Shandy.
Bud Light back.
Whole
Evan's
fam?
drinking them.
Huh?
Whole
What'd you
fam besides Wyatt?
Correct.
Where'd you guys sit?
Actually super close. Right behind the home dugout, in between the home dugout and home plate.
Nice.
Mother's Day
130, 131. Yeah, it was Mother's Day gift.
She does love the Tigers more than anybody I know.
Yep.
Brandon Inch.
Oh, is there Tiger?
Specifically. Yes.
We talked about that yesterday.
Never forget when he was in the home run derby.
Because we saw so many random jerseys at the Tigers game yesterday. Like
it's been a while since we were good, so it's probably a lot of
Chet
old
Lemon.
ones.
I saw a guy wearing a Chet Lemon shirt. It said Chet and then had a lemon underneath it.
That's good stuff.
Like a Bobby Higginson jersey, Jose Iglesias jersey, a bunch of Don Kelly jerseys.
I'm surprised you didn't rip the Jose one off that guy's back.
Hunter turned to me later and he's like, "Are you going to offer that guy money for his Jose Iglesias jersey?" Bigger guy, I don't think it would fit me, but.
Who's your favorite Tiger from that team? Go.
Jose Iglesias. Or 2007 or
the Jose
2014?
Iglesias team, Grant.
Oh.
2014.
I need to see the roster.
They had that win streak in like July. It was sick.
We're talking 2014 Tigers.
JD Martinez for me.
Victor Martinez is my favorite Tiger of all time.
2012 to
Victor.
2000.
Yeah, Victor was on that team.
He had his wild song was "Give Me Everything Tonight" by Pitbull, and it was just so good.
JD when he came back, goosebumps on that dinger. I've watched that.
That was like the end of his career, basically. I think we traded him.
Gave him away for peanuts.
Yeah. Nice. For me, I golfed. I golfed Friday. First time on a course to make Alex happy because the range sessions do not count. Sitting
basically a course range session with how you described it to me. But
yeah, all I could get was 9 holes at the par 3 course near me on short notice. It was good though.
Thursday.
It's Thursday night. Yeah, 6:12 tee time. Oh yeah, Thursday then. I was worried because no one goes on this par 3 course really. But there was a couple in front of me and then a guy after me. I was like, I don't want to be rushed because I want to like hit 4 balls per hole and like use this as a practice session, which I also don't know golfing culture if that's frowned upon. I know the range ball was probably not the best thing to do, but I don't know if it's like bad to hit like 4 tee shots on a par 3.
If there's people behind you, then it's like, dude.
I know that, but no one.
Also, if you get a hole in one on that, it doesn't count.
Correct. I would never claim that. I didn't even keep score and on this.
Did you even hit the green?
Yeah, I had a couple green regulations. On the last hole, I hit 4 balls and hit the green 3 out of 4. 115 yards. Played okay, I would say. Didn't really have. I had one duff on the second hole. Went like 10 yards in front of me, but one, I would call it a mega chunk, and the rest were good contact, just a little left and right. Lost 1 ball because the sun blinded me, kind of pissed me off. Like it was just directly in my eyes, and I hit it, and I just lost it. And then when I got out there, the whole green was like flooded, basically. Also, they didn't, there was no like, hey, course is not in the best condition because just water filling up the entire hole. So when I didn't know that sometimes because I'd putt and then your ball's just in a pool of water, I was like, oh, this is disgusting. So then moved on after that. But it was good. Dude, out there now I need to hit driver. So now I do actually need to go to a driving range and hit driver like 50 times in a row. I could do that, but I don't. It's not wasting your money, but I don't know where any of my drives are going when I step up to the plate.
Yeah, Grant, the bad news for you, just going to be point blank here.
But I'm not good at golf.
It is that when you go out to play your first 18-hole round of the year on a real golf course, you're going to play like shit. No matter how much practice rounds you've put in, like you have to play more to get better. You don't do it.
Sometimes my first round's better than my second round, though.
That's normal. I'd say most people's first round back is pretty decent, and then all your bad habits come back on the second round, and you shoot like a bazillion.
Yeah.
But you have to play more to get better.
I'm hoping to get 2 more rounds in before I fly to Houston. Memorial Day weekend will be big. I want to get 2 rounds in.
Oh, I'm playing update in my life. I'm playing 2 super nice courses in Austin Memorial Day weekend.
Wow.
So I'll be tuned up.
Where Matthew McConaughey and Arch Manning play?
No.
Oh.
It's probably
Omni
Country Club.
Omni,
yeah.
On that list you sent, Omni owned like every good course in Texas.
Yeah.
What a monopoly they have.
Good thing I know a guy that can get some pretty good discounts.
No guy. So did that. Friday, celebrated, not really Cinco de Mayo, to Alex's point, but more just went to a Mexican restaurant. Pretty good. Had a burrito taco, carnitas taco, and a chorizo taco, spicy margarita, side of queso, side of guac. It's really good. Tried to get fried ice cream with like cornflakes. It was terrible.
Yeah,
they didn't make it which is my fault. It wasn't a restaurant where they would make it fresh. They brought it out in a second, and it was like not the crust, the outside fry was not warm at all. It was just all frozen cold. It was pretty gross. It was like a hockey puck. The Saturday, went to see my parents in Sylvania. I mean, it's a cliche, but unbelievable dinner that night. Second time at the restaurant. The first one I got their famous pork chop, which was fantastic. This time I got a gochujang, like the Korean term gochujang, short rib. So good. So good. Sticky rice, edamame, carrots. Appetizer, let me back it up, was a pan-fried feta cheese block with this like ciabatta bread with hot honey drizzled on it. Don't know how you make this. I would have botched it. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was so good, dude. It was some of the best bread on its own, and then you get it wasn't overwhelming feta. Sometimes if you don't like feta cheese, it can be a little much, but it was good. And then I almost said dessert was up my alley. Creme brulee, I'm not the biggest fan of, but they had a banana Foster's edition of creme brulee. Out of this world good. So, no complaints there. Highly recommend the Standard Restaurant in Toledo. It doesn't look like much on the outside because it's in a strip mall next to a dry cleaner, but it's very good.
Sounds like you thought it was unbelievable.
It was.
So it's called what? Standard?
The Standard. Alex's parents have been there. Yeah.
Apparently.
Standard.
I didn't know that.
They change their menu every now and then, so it's a seasonal thing. Like I said, I've only been there twice.
The Standard restaurant in Ann Arbor or no?
I don't think so.
Not a chain?
It's next to Marshall's and Target.
I don't know how to say that word. Gochujang? Gochujang?
Yeah, I know the word you're saying. I also have never known how to say it.
Yeah, so good.
It's next to a beauty. You are right. Martial Arts of America.
I don't know what I did Sunday. I don't know what else I did Saturday.
It's on Monroe Street.
Yeah. That was it.
Oh.
Came home after that.
I know where this is.
What did I have today? I had Shake Shack today.
Fatty.
Yeah. Before this, that was dinner.
Might go get some Taco Bell after this. Break well, I already had it once this year, so have it twice.
All right, sports talk. We haven't really updated the NBA NHL playoffs since our teams have been out. Start with you, Alex. Is there anything you've seen, anything you've been invested in over the last week, or even going back, or did you tuned it out because the Pistons lost?
Knicks Celtics just pisses me off that the Knicks won the first two games. It's like, dude, it kind of makes me think maybe we were closer than we thought, but that just pisses me off more. So now I don't want to watch that series at all. Knicks just do what they do at the end of the fourth quarter. It's just good. It's good to see that they do that against everyone. Yeah,
that made me feel better. I agree with that point.
So that upset me. NHL playoffs, I haven't been that locked into. I usually just watch the Stars for whatever reason because
Texas hockey,
going to be brother-in-law and sister are de facto Stars fans once the Red Wings stink. So I will root for them.
Dumb question. They're I quick off the top of my head. They're the only Texas hockey team, right?
Yes.
That's it. I feel like they could expand. I feel like Texas could.
Houston is in the running to get a team.
Ooh, I mean, Austin would probably be the other competition. I feel like
Austin only has one pro sports team, so it makes a lot of sense for them to get one.
Soccer.
Yeah, and it's huge there. They're the only MLS team to sell out every single game in their existence.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
But they do have Texas. I mean, Texas is an NFL team.
Yeah, right. And then the other thing I was going to say is that I keep finding myself rooting for the Warriors and not really sure why.
Draymond.
It just feels like 16, 17-year-old Alex who liked the Warriors before everyone liked the Warriors. And then
you were a LeBron guy.
Warriors. I know, but I liked the Warriors because of Draymond. And who doesn't like Steph? And then the more I watch Steph, the more I appreciate him. So now that he's injured, it's disappointing. So
I didn't like that Steph's wearing one of those upside down hats the other night. The guy from the Masters. I thought Steph was above that.
The upside down writing?
Yeah.
I think those hats are cool, to be honest.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get the point. I'm a logistics guy, and it just doesn't. I understand it's a fashion statement, but like I want to be able to read what's on your hat without having to think about it that much.
I like the design of the hat. I don't really think about the fact that the word's upside down, but usually it's like a nice clean hat. Good color scheme. Just cursive word.
But I am a fan of the titleless ones that say titties instead. I think that's a good joke. But
I think those hats are terrible.
Oh, come on.
That's just a good bit.
I just think those are stupid. Usually the quality of the hat is those are terrible.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, I see. You're more of a quality over what it actually says,
I just want the hat to be nice. I don't really care what's on it.
Yeah.
Like Evan's hat is like a high quality structured hat.
Yeah, that has some integrity to it, you can tell.
Now that hat would not work for my head because I have a little egg-shaped head. And it's small, so that would just look like I'm wearing a cowboy hat, basically. But yeah. So it sucks that all the teams left I don't care about. So it just makes it less interesting.
Evan, any playoff thoughts? NHL, NBA?
NBA, I honestly haven't watched probably more than 10 seconds of an NBA game since.
We
I take
lost
that
you.
back. I was at the bar Friday night. Forgot to mention that.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
So I was definitely eyes were on the basketball game. Well, the Nuggets and OKC just started by the time. But I was tuned into
barely watched any of that series.
Tuned into the overtime Panthers game the other night against the Leafs. Well, other than that, with my schedule, I haven't been too much into it. I mean, I score watch, but if I had to pick, I'm more invested into hockey, obviously, than the NBA playoffs. Because I like the running bit of people that I don't cheer for suck in custom games. Chet. So that made me happy.
Bad game one.
Just admitted you didn't watch any of it, though.
Correct. I didn't watch any of it. Yeah, I mean, 100%. But when you watch the highlights and he misses 2 free throws to cost him the game, oh yeah, that makes you feel good.
There were so many memes of the look in his eyes as he stepped to the line, being like, "Have you ever like been able to tell someone's going to miss free throws just by how they look?" And it was just a picture of Chet.
I'm actually a Jason Tatum fan. Have been for
That's right.
a few years.
Yikes!
I did tune into I was laying in bed the other night, and I tuned into the last possession of the game because it was blowing up in our group chat.
Watched him brick.
No, I watched him over dribble, drive left, no lane, try to force up a shot and get blocked.
Yeah. That guy, great basketball player, great player, does not have the clutch gene in him. He's like Rory McIlroy.
Aw. Well, he won a championship last year.
But he did win.
He did score 50 points in a game 7 versus the Sixers once. So I will always give him that.
I don't get why he just tries to shoot threes and he's not good at them.
That's their script.
They shot 43. They were 20 for 40 last game.
That's like how they decide they play.
It's not matter how bad you suck at it. It's a volume that you have to get
the
up.
next shot.
He gets his volume. He gets 23s a game.
Shooters always think the next one's going in.
Just like he's so big, like just drive past him.
He is big, dude. He is some of the. He's kind of reminds me of Kawhi Leonard's shoulders when they stand. You're like, I don't know how. Like if he went up like this, how you're getting around
just
that.
Go around someone and cram on him. Come on, you don't need to shoot threes.
Dunk in their face. What are his totals on shooting? He's a 37% career 3-point shooter.
On
Good.
Thousands of threes.
Well, that
728 threes this year.
Absurd.
Worst 3-point shooting year ever, 34% this year. He made 250 in the regular season out of 728.
He was like 4 of 20 in the game I watched.
Ugh. Gross. But I think they'll be fine tomorrow night.
I think they'll win the series.
My playoff experience, I feel like I have one thing that I know about each series, and that's about it. More on the NBA. NHL. I know Capitals Hurricanes sucks. I saw multiple people. I haven't watched a second of that series. They just said it's like the most boring old school New York Islanders hockey style of all time. Like it's a race to like 1-0 is like the final score each night. Maple Leafs Panthers I like because I like seeing Biz Nasty pop on my Twitter feed. There was a video absurd of him getting a massage after they won game 2 with like hands on his neck, and he was telling everyone to stay calm, cool, and collected.
I watched that one.
That made me laugh. I heard the story on their show that he was actually at a massage parlor and he asked if he could stay like 20 minutes longer to like film that video. when the game ended. Like, I just can't picture him asking the masseuse, like, I need to film this video to post online. It's a late series, so I don't watch it, but Knights Oilers, the highlights of the game on Twitter look like it's the most chaotic series. Like, it's like 4-3, 5-4 every night, and it just goes back and forth. So I think if you had time, or if it wasn't so late, that'd be the series to watch. And then Jet Stars, that Mikko Rantanen guy had back-to-back hat tricks in Game 7. Then he started that series with another hat trick. He just might be the best player in hockey that we don't talk about.
Crazy take.
Good.
And the Avalanche gave him away for nothing. Pretty much, they didn't want to pay him
because they couldn't pay him. Too many guys.
He scored a hat trick against them and knock him out of the playoffs.
Revenge.
All right.
Well, I didn't quickly.
Oh, right.
Knicks Celtics. Alex will probably say I'm a liar, but besides golf sprinkling in, I usually take a hiatus from gambling from March Madness to football, unless I really see a moment that seems like the most obvious thing. After the Celtics lost game 1.
2. Did you bet the Celtics win the series after that?
I didn't do series. I bet on Celtics spread game 2, which lost. And then I was like so stubborn. I'm betting them again in game 3. That covered, thankfully. But there's a couple in the NBA. There just hasn't been as many blowouts this year in the NBA, besides when the Thunder beat the Nuggets by like 80 points in game 2. But I just thought for sure, based on last year, that when an NBA team that's supposed to be better loses, they win the next game by like 20 and no one cares about it, because that's like people complain that NBA playoff games
are good.
Yeah, this year's been crazy. And then I haven't bet on that series, but the Pacers with that choke job the Cavs did.
I forgot to mention that was unbelievable. What I was watching.
Halliburton getting that
turned
rebound.
It on just for the last 2 minutes, and I could not believe what I saw. I was like, there's no way I just turned this on and this is just what happened.
Yeah,
I thought I was watching highlights.
They're up 24 right now before half, so they might go up 3-1. So it might be the 4 seed with taking the driver's seat.
Cavs suck. That series sucks because it's both two small market teams that you just don't care about.
Yeah, which is kind of sad that you view it that way. The small
I know, because we're one of those teams. I know, but the Cavs don't excite me. The Pacers, like the Reggie Miller Pacers, Malice at the Palace was cool, but like that was a long time ago.
Pacers this Pacers, I think they just play like first to 140 points wins. They just go so fast, which I guess could be fun to watch, aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Last night was fun. I was trying Halliburton's
jump shot. It's so disgusting to watch, but he's very good. But
that's why he fell to 12, Alex, because they were scared of that.
Gross.
Not me though. I scouted
these teams. Both stink on paper. There's just no way that these are NBA Finals teams.
Well, the Cavs had a couple injuries. Darius Garland and Evan Mobley missed game 2, I think.
Yeah.
And someone else.
They had 3 people.
DeAndre Hunter.
2. Yep.
Their trade deadline guy missed.
Also, the Pacers 2 are wearing stupid alternates tonight.
Yeah, they're black jerseys and they're black court, and I just like the traditional.
Black court looks so stupid. What are we doing?
They did a black court?
Yeah.
The Pacers logo is black.
The Pacers pinstripe jerseys are the best jerseys they have in the wheelhouse. And that's probably just because we're old, but like this in all the colorways was so clean.
Sick jerseys.
Like, look at Sabonis even, the modern version. Like, that's nice.
They're not wearing those, Grant.
I know. It's sad.
The jerseys they're wearing tonight are disgusting.
Those yellow ones are even nice.
I was going to say they're okay.
The Lance Stevenson era.
Comparatively. But, like, God, these are so nice.
Look up what they're wearing
Malcolm
tonight.
Brogdon. He looks sick.
I don't know what you type in for that.
Game 4. There's probably some images uploaded. Nope.
Those goofy.
It's this?
They're wearing those goofy ones. Yes.
Ew. That looks like a graffiti art.
The Pacer logo is like neon green and black.
Yeah, look at the court, Grant. Mm-hmm. You gotta find the court.
Looks so stupid.
Is it this?
No, that's
not that.
No, God, no. Jesus
That's the
Christ.
in-season tournament courts that are the worst.
If you just type in Pacers Cavs and then click videos, like there's a little short that pops up.
That's that one right there, left bottom.
This?
Yeah, it's that.
Ew.
Stupid.
That looks like a paintball. Like some splattered
you
paintball.
want to around in the regular season and do goofy stuff, fine. But in the playoffs, can we just be normal? And
yeah, because like when we
shout
look
out the Pistons.
Yes. Yeah. We're the only team
no
that
alternates,
did.
no changing anything.
Celtics, if you win like this series and then your fans look back in 20 years, you're not going to look back on this fondly. This is a fad. You're like, oh, why'd they wear those for this big game? It's just, it's short-sighted. It's
like
stupid.
in the college football playoff, you better wear your normal uniforms. No one wants to see your goofy outfits.
Unless Michigan, you put the roses on the patch, the traditional rose jerseys.
That's allowed. That's like a special
Imagine
moment.
you go to the Rose Bowl and Michigan brings out their Bumblebee uniforms in 2011.
They run out in all yellow
riot.
or something stupid. You're just like, what?
I riot.
That's when like Michigan State fans wanted us to wear our pro combats in the Rose Bowl. God, I would have been sick.
Traditional, 2014.
I explained to my mom, sister, and Marissa last night because they were commenting on Anthony Edwards, saying he was a nice-looking young man. I was like, "Yeah,
Michael
he's
Jordan's son."
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah, illegitimate son. I said, "Yeah, he's I said he's got 4 different baby mamas before the age of 23." So he's definitely been capitalizing on his looks for, you could say. And I was pointing out the text because I forgot. And there was that one like viral one of the lady sending screenshots, and he was just like kept pestering her, saying, "Send me a video of you taking the birth control pills I ordered for you." And she would be like, "But what if we kept it?" And he's like, "Send the video." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Send the video." And it was like him like 5 in a row just being like, "Shut up and just send me the video of you taking the Plan B pill."
But she didn't do it.
I don't know if she did or not. Well, 4 people.
I don't know why that man isn't wrapping it up, but
Gators be using Jimmy's.
It doesn't feel the same, Alex.
You want to? All
right. That's pretty much it from the series.
Sherrone Moore is suspended. It's self-induced.
Why? Suspended? You mean to slap on the wrist and, oh, hey, buddy, pick whatever days you want off?
You pick
from the
games.
University. From the university.
Random games, Sherrone.
Yeah, my president. Yeah, you're going to get suspended, then deuces. Peace out.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, Greg, come on. It's pretty laughable how it went, like how the games were decided.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, it's kind of like they can do what they want. It's their own punishment to their own coach.
Fine.
It's even worse that Sherrone Moore's like the alma mater's Oklahoma, so you're going to dodge that game at all costs.
It just looks funny. It's like, oh yeah, if you're going to give the punishments to yourself to avoid punishments from whoever, yeah, I guess that's the perk. You get to decide games.
I've never seen. Well, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think that's why they did it. I've never seen someone do 3 and 4 before, so that was like, this is interesting. A couple layers of this. One, massive backhanded insult to Nebraska. They should feel some motivation from that they just
why couldn't they do it 2-3?
Because Oklahoma's week 2.
Yeah, and you can't do 1-3 because then that's like spitting in the NCAA. New Mexico Central. But also, it's a snub to Central. He coached at Central, so that he doesn't care about that game. That's a return game.
That's that program. We don't care.
It's a return game.
That's your guys' JV
feeder
team.
program.
Yes.
They'll let us win.
You guys
we have a receiver on our team, Evan, that we took from Central.
But their coaches cheat for each other.
No, yeah, that's true.
Can I say this as a Michigan fan? I think they did this wrong.
No.
Oh.
Well,
Grant, you've also always been the most reasonable Michigan fan.
Well, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying that I thank you for that, first of all. I don't want to cut you off. Keep going if you want to.
Except for Bryce Underwood, and he's going to win 11 games this year.
Yeah, he's the guy. Not fat. Not fat.
Not fat. Super fat. You're right.
My one thing about this, I'm fine, I guess, with the semantics of choosing the weeks back to back. I just think, and I understand it's his alma mater, so that's where they take the logic part out. But I think logically,
they're probably going to lose that game anyways.
That's what I think, because I think that's like the thrust into the big stage, and I think Oklahoma's going to be better because they got a better quarterback than Jackson Arnold, and their Venables is going to have his defense where he wants it this year. I just don't like risking the Nebraska, even though I don't respect Nebraska, and I have the right to say it because we beat them like 30-0, 56, whatever the last couple of years. Cade McNamara also went in there and they pulled that one out. But like if Cade McNamara goes on the road and beats you, that's not the most nice thing. I mean, Michigan State at least defended their home turf against him. I don't know. I think they still win that game, but this is different than the Jim Harbaugh. He doesn't get to coach at all during the week. This is not like he's banned from the team starting that week until week 5. This is not you coach everything. You just can't be there on game day. So it's a little bit harsher punishment than what Harbaugh had to do those weeks. So
is it negative though? Because is Sherrone a good coach? Unknown. Unknown.
Well, like Sherrone's not doing anything defensive wise. Like Wink's running all that.
I love the idea of Wink as interim. He's gonna look so sick.
Like,
he's gonna look the same. I just
Wink's
like
not
that.
Sherrone's not telling Wink
but
what to do anything on defensive philosophy, offense. But you have a new offensive coordinator, so like that whole dynamic of, I guess you get 2 weeks of warm up.
It'll probably just be the 2 weeks of last year. You'll have a great defense, and your offense will probably stink for 2 weeks, but you'll probably have just enough because you'll run the ball 87,000 times, and then you'll win both games.
Who's their running back, Alex?
The kid from
Jordan
Alabama,
Marshall, and Jordan Marshall will start.
Justice Haynes.
Dana Holgorsen is going to carve up your defense in week 4.
I don't think so.
New Mexico, no, Central?
No.
Week 4. Oh, Nebraska.
Nebraska's
new
better
offensive
than...
coordinator is Dana Holgorsen.
I mean, Nebraska's not terrible.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm already banking in we lose to Oklahoma, which I guess maybe I shouldn't if I'm going to go full blue Kool-Aid. But in my mind, I just thought that is when I could see us dropping. That makes Nebraska a must-win for your goals because then you can't – it's going to be hard. With 3 losses, you can probably get into a 12-team playoff depending on who that loss is to.
Oh, you can win the Big Ten, though, still.
Yeah, I just was like, if we're going to lose to Oklahoma, just suspend Sherrone for that game and then make sure you're full go for Nebraska so you don't slip up to a team you should beat.
Winning the Big Ten is more important, so realistically.
You could argue.
Right?
Yeah, you could argue.
Just lose the Oklahoma game. It doesn't do anything. And just then win your Big Ten games. Like losing that non-conference game does not hurt you in any way.
Suspending them for weeks 3 and 4 just opens the door that like the NCAA is going to come in and on like, all right, you're suspended the first 2 weeks.
That's ultimately what I think they're going to do. I think the Michigan was like the NCAA is going to choose what they want to do. If we have the pick, we're going to grant you the like hat tip that you can coach your alma mater game, so we don't have to say you're suspended for it. The NCAA will say you're suspended for it. I think he'll miss the first 4 games of the season if I was a betting man.
All 4.
Yeah, I mean they did the same shit to Harbaugh. We self-imposed Harbaugh, and then more from the cheeseburger gate, and then Stallion stuff broke, and then Petiti did an unprecedented midseason. Like I gotta suspend him for this, and then you're back for the Rose Bowl. So I think that's how this is gonna go. The hearing is June 6th and 7th. So I think we're going to be in Houston during that weekend. Maybe we can do a live stream from the courtroom.
Mark your calendars.
I'm kidding. But that's going to be when they go. What pisses me off about it, which I get, it's the looks of it. I was diving into the why of it. He's suspended for the act of deleting text between him and Connor Stallions. The day the news broke, he deleted like all their text history. He did then give up his phone, and they recovered it all. And Dan Wetzel, who's the guy from ESPN now, he was at Yahoo, was going on shows, and like people were saying, like, so what did they find? And he goes, honestly, the text, from what his knowledge of people that have seen it, were nothing incriminating. They were normal analyst coordinator stuff of like blitz schemes people do. It's just the NCAA is going to punish the act of being shady and deleting text. So it's kind of like a process punishment of like, hey, you can't go delete text if an investigation's happening. So it's kind of those like, it's kind of stupid. I don't know if they'll find more in the hearing and then we'll change our tune. But going into it sucks that like technically through those texts did nothing wrong. Obviously, if you're using your adult brain, you have to assume that coaches knew. From my understanding, I don't think they've still found evidence that is the smoking gun that they knew what Connor was doing, which could hopefully help them. In terms, the Michigan said today, shout out to listener Cam if he still listens, but he got us all in fear because he said, like, do we think a bowl ban for 2025 is coming? So I guess I would ask you guys that. Do you think they'll ban? Because the punishment for Stallion scandal will be done before this season starts. They've said that. They're meeting in June. There's going to be 45 days. And then the punishment, the hammer, is dropping probably in July or August of whatever's happening from Stallions. We'll be done with the whole thing.
I forgot all about this whole thing. I didn't realize it was still going.
They
vacated title, bowl ban, $1 million fine, show cause
hilarious.
For Sherrone were fired. Do they force him out?
It's all going to come down to like how much was Stallions the rogue gun. And I always said there's no way in hell that he's just out here doing it on his own. But more and more,
everybody knows that he wasn't just completely by himself.
Were you saying more and more, Evan? He could have been.
He could have been. I mean.
He's a weird guy.
It's if they have evidence. Like, I think people probably knew he was doing weird stuff. But it's like, do you have a text or do you have a phone call from Jim and him where it's like, hey, Jim, I got these signs? Like,
well, obviously, if Michigan was smart, they would just do it all in person and just word of mouth. And there's no evidence in that.
Is the Weiss scandal going to be involved in all this?
That's like federal. That has like nothing to do with football. That is some nefarious dark
federal prison.
Bad dude.
But obviously, I think Michigan State fans, obviously, they want to see Michigan like blow up for all the cheating scandal. But we're more pissed off of just the relationship between Central Michigan hasn't even done anything with their
just pay us $3 million back and we can move on.
Yeah, when's that going to happen? Is that going to get tied up in this or no?
That's never going to happen.
Got to come out a little bit that Central like allowed Stallions.
Aided and embedded a terrorist.
I mean, McElwain
basically
quit because of it. So
you swim with the sharks. You know.
An Army football assistant coach as their head coach.
I really don't give a shit about any of it. If we're being fully honest, I don't care.
So you'd be going no penalty, other than Sherrone's 4 games if he gets it.
Left my brain, and I don't care about it. And if there was no penalty, I would sleep the same.
If there's scholarships lost, I would be super
I'm not
happy.
out here demanding punishment. I don't care enough at this point.
I don't really care either because Ohio State's always better.
Okay.
Oh, but we beat them the last 4 years. Oh, they won the national championship.
That wouldn't be my reasoning.
Did we tell you? We told Evan about the Ohio State fan in Vail, did we? Yeah, we did. That came up to us in the Alex got a taste of what mean Ohio State fans look like and why I hate them besides YA and RC. So. We were just getting fitted for our boots like the first out there.
Chirping Lou because he was wearing a Michigan dad hat.
Yeah, he worked there at the ski shop. He walked up to us. Lou had his hat on and he goes, I know you guys probably think you're better because you beat us, but we got a natty, bro, or something stupid like that. And Lou's like, okay.
Talking about the most non-sports guy.
Lou's not a Michigan football fan by any means.
I bit my tongue. I didn't say a damn word. And I looked at Alex after, and I was like, that's why.
Lou also went to Michigan State,
so
he's like a Michigan State fan if he was going to be a fan of anything.
This guy was crazy. Even Alex
was psycho. I almost said something to him because I was like, dude, chill out. Like, we're just trying to return our boots and you're attacking. He was like getting like violent and loud. I was like, dude, chill out. Nobody even said anything to you.
He was very insecure about his national title. Yes, you could tell it didn't mean anything to him.
I was like, dude, you're a Walmart Wolverine, like Buckeye version. Get away from me.
Oh, he's going to be looking forward to the hammer dropping, though, if it does. I just like the phrase hammer dropping.
I don't give a shit.
It's a funny phrase.
I just want it to be done with so I can move on. I already hate college football. I said that this week.
Can I ask you guys a question if you're in my shoes? I would rather them vacate our title than ban us this postseason. Is that fair?
That's crazy.
Because I don't care about if they say vacate.
But the fan base would not go for that. They don't want that title getting vacated.
But like, I think we could make the playoffs this year. And I would
but making the playoffs isn't okay. You'd be happy just making the playoffs because you're not going to win the national championship.
This year, making the playoffs would, it'd be great. I'd love that.
But in 40 years, Grant, your kid's going to be like, Dad, Michigan never won a national championship.
You think,
son, I saw it.
You think 2013 Louisville fans were going to say that to they say that to their kids now? They're like, yeah, that didn't happen. Or they go watch the game of the block.
Well,
and they're like, yeah, it's sick.
What sucks is like anytime they like show national champions and championships and stuff like during that week, they won't show it. It won't be like part of the thing. But like, they never talk about Louisville winning that ever.
It's true. They actually deleted that full game off of YouTube for March Madness, which is insane.
That sucks.
I have the Rose Bowl downloaded on YouTube TV, so I don't care. I will always have that game.
Just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it after the Pistons.
It would suck to have it vacated just because they would like pretend it didn't happen.
It only would suck because of all the asterisk people that I already hate that they do that every time it gets brought up.
Then you get to watch Washington say that they won the national championship that year because they were in it.
That's the biggest loser.
And then they would never did that for the Louisville championships on top of Husky.
Well, no, because they didn't give Michigan a national championship for Louisville.
Normally, they would have had a chance to win that game because we did not play very good.
You don't get a national championship because the winning team vacated. That Michigan would have one in basketball if that was true.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I never claimed that.
UCF claimed that they were national champions undefeated.
Well, that's loser shit.
That's also different. UCF never lost a game.
Michigan does loser shit, Grant.
They do.
No, mean.
No, I mean, Grant, that's true.
The other interesting Michigan debate that came from the chat, I think
we're still talking about this program.
More just in my mind. I don't know if we'll ever have a weirder career in college than Donovan Edwards. After he didn't get drafted, I thought about that. I was just like, what a career for this kid. That I forgot how
anti-Semitics.
That was part of it.
To get drafted.
National champion, never lost to Ohio State, cover of a video game.
That's not a stat. Can we stop saying that as a stat? Please?
No, I'm just saying his career. What stat?
He never lost to Ohio State. Why does every Michigan fan mention that about every single player in the last 4 years?
That's the most important stat.
It's not a stat.
Yeah, it is.
It only matters to you in Ohio State. It doesn't matter to everybody else.
If I say 3-0 versus Ohio, 4-0 versus Ohio State, that's a stat.
But why do people need to say it? Like if you're talking to an Ohio State fan, fine. If you're talking to a Michigan fan, fine. If you're talking to us, I don't give a that they're 4-0.
There's Michigan fans listening.
Yeah, and no one gives
You can't tell the story of Donovan Edwards without that he never lost to Ohio
Rich
State.
Eisen saying on the draft show that he never lost to no one except you.
It's always back to Rich Eisen, that
guy.
It's just like no one cares. Other than the two schools.
Oh my God.
The rest of the country doesn't care.
I mean, what?
The Pacers are up 80-39 at halftime.
Oh my God.
Yes, they are.
80?
80-39.
All right, Alex, you be quiet while I read this off.
Donovan Edwards is a Jet. I just found out.
I didn't even know. Okay.
He runs their
good role model.
Offensive line.
National champion, 4-0 versus Ohio State. Cover of a video game, 2 big touchdowns versus Ohio State and in the title game, and then ended up being unplayable his senior year and now undrafted. And anti-Semitic tweets. Talk about a crazier career in 4 years in that. I mean, that is just a roller coaster of like peak of the sport in terms of popularity with the video game and stuff to just didn't even get drafted. Talk about someone who should have left after junior year.
Just want to say I said from the beginning that this dude wasn't very good. So
and
it's good to see that they
energy for the title game.
The rest of the NFL scouts agree with me that he isn't very good. But I said it well before most. Because I was like,
I'll never forget.
This has a vision of a 4-year-old.
His first touchdown in the title game when he ran in the guy's butt and then found it. I was like, Alex is gonna be screaming right now. Like, he's still bad. He's still terrible.
I watched it with KFM, so I had to be nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Sherrone suspension, I guess. Update in June or July when it happens. But
Sherrone is 4-0 against Ohio State. Okay, next topic. That's how I feel like you guys throw it in. You're just like, 4-0.
I think he's 2-0 as a head coach.
I don't know if you guys know this.
Interim head
backup
coach
kicker for Michigan. He went 4-0 against Ohio State. Put that on your resume, sir.
If they play,
jobs. I'll tell you what. If you ever apply to me, and that's on your resume, you're not getting the job. Don't care. Don't care.
Cousins, great NFL player. 4-0 against Michigan.
Yeah, people. Yes, you say that. First line of his bio. He gets to walk the streets, not the alleys, like that sick quote he had.
Yeah, but that was a sick quote.
Mark D'Antoni would be pissed at you for having this mentality about rivalries.
No, I'm cool with having rivalries, and you guys can say it to each other, but you don't need to say it to me. Like, I give a shit. And it doesn't need to be on an NFL draft broadcast. No one cares.
Agreed.
Well, when he's an alum of the school. So.
Well, then, no.
That's the only reason why he's hired is because
and you know what? I'm also sick of Adam Schefter just will tweet about anything Michigan football player.
We have a blue wall. You're mad at the blue wall. Okay,
God,
it's everywhere.
So annoying,
Desmond Howard
dude.
doing the Heisman ceremony. I mean, you're mad at it at all. Charles Woodson on Fox.
Like, come on.
Although, speaking of the red wall, you see Urban Meyer said that if you lie to the NCAA, you should never get to coach again.
No.
He's trying to
split it about either of these programs. I do not care. Like, all this drama between the two of you, these two universities, really is, I don't care. I don't see it.
It's good theater for the whole offseason.
No, it's annoying. Like, you two just shut up. No one cares about you. We're happy you guys are good. It's great.
That's not true. I think it's like the most watched game every year.
Yes, it's because you guys are like petty bitches, both sides.
They really are the same. They are the same fan base in a sense, and they just they don't understand.
It's just the same petty bullshit from both sides going back and forth, and they just reuse the same arguments the other side used, depending on the year and depending on what happened in the game. It's so stupid. I'm glad you guys are passionate, though.
Thank you. All right, I guess PGA Championship time.
Yeah, Jordan Spieth is going for the Grand Slam. Let's start with that.
When you talk about the PGA Championship, I don't know if that's nationally the number one storyline, but I guess that's your number one storyline.
That has got to be up there as a top storyline. It is my number one for sure.
It's probably the third storyline.
It's all that matters to me this summer. Summer would be make or break on Jordan Spieth winning.
The summer of
Spieth.
Jordan and Alex.
Jordan's middle name is Alexander.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that partially why you like him so much?
No, I just liked him from the very beginning. So it's just been on this ride for a long time.
Well, I would say nationally, the storyline would be Rory.
Rory getting his Grand Slam, the last major, Jordan going for his Grand Slam. I would say that's like the co-star.
Nice spin. I would say it's probably people asking if Rory can continue his dominance. He owns Quail Hollow. Like, he's phenomenal there. He's won at least 3 tournaments there in like the last X amount of years. Like, he just dominates this course. I would say Scotty off the CJ going like 30 under, which I don't know if I had to do a double take that was correct for a weekend.
Is the PGA Championship still on TNT?
I don't know.
Question.
Classic Evan broadcast question. I have no idea what they broadcast. I thought it was like a ESPN bit.
No.
It used to be on TNT.
It's
NBC.
It's
going to be on the cock.
The PGA Championship will be broadcast on ESPN and CBS.
Okay,
what?
You guys have conflicting arguments.
Oh, yeah, no. Now, wait, I'm sorry. I was at NBC's website.
NBC article.
Yeah. ESPN Plus, 7 to noon, noon to 7, ESPN. First
on
2
Thursday.
days.
First 2
Saturday
days, yeah.
On ESPN for 3 hours. And then CBS. I don't feel like the PGA Championship is never on CBS.
It used to be on TNT, Alex.
NBC on Sunday.
So we got to do
CBS on Sunday, Grant just said.
No, I'm saying back in the day.
Get
no way
the live events center off my... Oh,
Echo.
I don't know.
Go!
Oh, Alex lost his AirPods.
Bye.
I can still hear you guys.
Hello? Oh, Echo.
Oh.
They just disconnected. I could still hear you the whole time.
Oh my god.
I'm well aware.
Wait. Okay. We're back.
You're back.
Scotty's plus 400. That's just, well, I guess Rory's 475. That's crazy. There's no value there. But there is. All right, let's
minus
do...
110 to be a top 5.
Look at who's the 5,000 cutoff. What should we do? That feels disrespectful, Alex. He's been playing good golf, I think.
He didn't have a great week this week, so that's probably putting his odds a little lower. He's not great at Quail Hollow either.
In true Masters fashion, when you were out, Alex, we'll let Jordan Spieth be the cutoff. He can be used as the underdog if you want.
I'll be taking him. So no.
As your favorite?
No. As my underdog, if I can.
Okay, well, if you already get to choose him, I'm going to let Evan go first since he did the best for the Masters picks on who he wants as his favorites. Just your favorite for now, then we'll circle back for underdog.
This is my favorite. Well, I have a toss-up between my 2 favorites. I'm going to pick Justin Thomas as my favorite.
He's in good form.
Wow.
He is in good form. He's been playing very well last couple of tournaments, and he has won the PGA Championship, most recent out of some of the guys.
Yeah,
he was gifted one by
Xander won last year.
Yes. Against Bryson.
But
has he won it twice or just once?
I think he's won it twice. Both of his
twice.
majors.
His 2 majors are the PGA.
Yep. 2017 and 2022. Won the RBC a couple weeks ago. Beautiful course after the Masters, signature event.
Finished top 10 this past week.
Top 3, I think, today.
Well, there we go. Top 3. I didn't want to say a number and be wrong, so I said top 10. So I'll pick him as my favorite.
Okay.
He's got the killer instinct, too.
Ludwig. Just pick him.
No, he's playing bad. I track him now.
Yeah, but he was playing like shit before the Masters, too, and then he...
I know. He's
shows up in big time. That was a bad pick.
I know. I messed up, Evan. I texted you immediately. I said, this is bad. Bad. Grant.
You're pretty far down on the list here.
I have a pick. I like my underdogs better than my favorite, unfortunately. I'm gonna do the layup. He won. I think I've I won. What's his name? Smith.
Cam Smith.
I won him with the Open, and I picked Scotty for a Masters. I'm gonna take Scotty at the PGA.
No,
It's boring. It's
that's
super
what I was gonna
boring.
pick.
But I think this is it. He's so good. He's gonna win it. He just shot 30 under. I know it was a CJ Cup, whatever. I know he skipped this week, which I think is interesting. I think he plays the CJ Cup for his personal ties. I think he has to win this major. I think it's just he could go like 20 under and dominate a course, like Xander did last year. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah, it sucks. That was my pick. I thought it was a no-brainer. I think
Rory's sitting there and he owns Quail Hollow.
I feel as though Scotty is just going to win this week. Like I feel very good about that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't want to pick Rory.
There's one other name that I was torn between.
And now I'm the rest of the year I'm Team Europe. So we only root for Americans.
Convenient after I named Ludwig my favorite golfer. And
it's crazy that all your favorite golfers are on the European Ryder Cup team.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to expand that debate to here, but I stand by my points of the American golfers having the personalities of ants for the most part.
Yeah, I just don't think I agree with that whatsoever.
But I will watch the Bob Does video. I have it bookmarked. So shout out to Cody with the C.
I'm between two guys. BD.
That's hot.
BD and Xander.
So
Xander's still coming off injury. Bryson's just close in every major, it seems, in the last 2 years. So I feel good about him being in contention. So I'll pick Bryson DeChambeau. It's my favorite. Even though I wanted to pick Scotty.
Connor pay you? What is this?
No, I would have picked Xander, but he's only played a couple times this year. So
I'll give you a stat about Xander, which almost made me pick him. That was going to be my pick, but I just thought him going back-to-back felt weird. But in 2024 at the Wells, or the Truist Championship at this course, he finished second to Rory. And then also in 2023, he came in second to Wyndham Clark. So he has shot very well at Quail.
Xander it is.
You switched?
Alex Xander Schauffele.
Okay. I think he just plays well here. I think from the last 2 years, he shot 1,200 and 15
more than
under.
Bryson as well. So, yeah, I can get behind that.
Grant, do you know Sepp Straka is second in PGA in greens and regulation? Average.
Oh, I think you're going to say FedEx Cup points because he's second there, too.
He's second in FedEx Cup points.
Naughty.
Top 17 player in the world.
No.
Underdog Alex.
That Jordan Spieth. What do you mean?
Okay. Said to make sure.
Even if I don't think he's going to win, I have to pick him. That's just how it works.
I am going to go with a guy who I don't know how he did in the week since the Masters, but he played well there and he's done well at Quail Hollow in the past. But Sung Jae Im at plus 8,000 odds.
You like him more than Scotty this week.
No.
That's what you said. You said you like your underdog more than your favorite.
I like it because
What you said, dude.
Yeah, I know. I can see what you're saying here.
Struck was also second in.
I liked over your mouth.
I liked my research for my underdog. I thought it was like a more fun pick than like Scotty's so boring at plus 400. But I just do think he's going to win this week. Evan, your underdog, Paul Casey. Don't think he's in the field.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Because he sucks,
also,
Evan.
Oh, that's mean. I'm picking Jason Day.
Nice pick.
Different outfits.
I picked him in my Masters pool. He did well for me.
Just to boost you up, Evan, I was looking at this. This is the 2024 Quail Hollow Tournament. Rory, Xander, Bayon Hanan, Sun J M, and Jason Day. So played
4.
Yeah, but look at the difference after the first two.
I understand.
Do we have to talk about that part?
11 back.
And then if we're going to help with people more, this is 2023, if that gives people a better look. Sunjay, again, top T8. So I think Sunjay, for some reason, does well at Quail. That's why I liked him.
Just not on Sunday, it looks like.
No.
Earl Hatton.
Yeah, he was +2 his other day. And if you're going to want to go way back, this is 2021. Bryson. T9. But yeah, it seems like Rory just dominates this course.
Completely changed.
Dominates this course. I don't know why.
It's just boring to pick Rory.
I agree.
I did say, though, after he won the Masters, he might just open the floodgates and start winning every major.
I think everyone said that, and I don't know if I agree with that.
I think it's the top crop is too good for you to every major. It's just not possible in today's. Like Scotty's only won 2 majors. He only won the Masters twice, and he's the best golfer in the world.
Yeah.
It's not like he's out here dominating every event.
Jason Day also past PGA Championship winner.
Jason Day was number 1 in the world. People forget that.
He won 5 times in 2015.
He's the one that has vertigo,
really
right?
Good. Yeah.
And then he won 3 times in 2016.
And then he fell off a cliff, and now he's back.
No, he fell off a cliff after the 2018 year. Won 2 times in 2018, and then he won his most recent tour in 2023. So he was gone for 5 years.
Spieth hasn't won since 2023.
Damn.
Yeah,
Rick
Ricky's
won the Genesis
more recently, I think.
Sepp just won the Truist.
Although, stat of the day, since Jordan Spieth's injury, he's number 8 in U.S. golfers.
What injury did he have?
Jordan had surgery this offseason. Come on.
What kind?
Wrist.
Wrist surgery, yeah.
Which one?
Him and Scotty
His
doing the same
left
things.
one. Yeah, it was actually picking up a baby. His kid.
Really?
You were picking up a baby, or he was picking up a baby?
Spieth was picking up his kid and broke his wrist, or like strained his wrist, and then he played through it last year, and that's why he sucked. And then he got surgery in the summer. Or in the
Unbelievable.
Must be a big baby.
And now he's playing well.
It's kind of crazy. Is the
Jordan
PGA
Spieth has a kid?
2.
Congrats on the sex.
Wait a second. This
High
can't
school
be right.
sweetheart.
The stat I just saw cannot be
Is
right.
it high school sweetheart? Her name is?
Annie.
The purse of the winning prize of the Truist is more than the PGA Championship.
The PGA Championship's a bunch of scumbags. That's why the PGA Tour. That's why the Live was created, because the PGA just hoards all the money, Grant.
PGA is different than the PGA Tour.
The Memorial in a couple weeks, you win $700,000 more than the
PGA
PGA.
Championship is a separate entity from the PGA Tour. It's not the same. It's the PGA.
Also, Quail
event.
Hollow,
Just like
if
the
we're
Masters.
ranking golf course logos, pretty low. The Quail Hollow logo does nothing for me.
Isn't it the squirrel?
It's
I don't know much about
that.
Quail
I think that's
Hollow's- the
Oakmont.
course
Quail is
itself.
just
Oh, it
like
is
a O. It's a Q because it's quail, duh. But it's like a quail leaf in the O, and I just think it looks silly. I just
Isn't
don't.
Oakmont hosting something this year?
U.S. Open.
That's what it is.
God.
There was a. This is
Oh,
the
that
most
tells-
I've
When's the US?
ever
that tells
been.
you
Yeah, look at that.
everything.
That's a logo. Let me open this up.
Yeah, it's sick. I can't
You're seeing this
believe
page?
the US
Yeah,
Open's
PGA Tour.
awesome.
It tells you all the.
Their logos are
Look at
always
that.
awesome, though.
The purses and the
No, it
previous
tells
winner.
you
The TVs.
coverage. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is the most I've ever been in golf at a professional level. So,
Paramount Plus.
About time. Also, awesome.
Alex, you could enter the Charles Schwab. You could try to qualify for that in Fort
Should.
Worth.
Playing a Monday qualifier, shoot 80 and get laughed at. Yeah, that'd be
80.
great.
Oh man.
Rocket
I watched
Mortgage.
a documentary on the golf channel did a Tiger out of his his 2000 season when he won like 8 times, and it was just phenomenal. It was 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Watched
Tiger
it on
was,
like
at the actual word, unbelievable. That's how
Yeah.
good he was.
it is worth the watch because again, I was 4 years old. 3 years old. I didn't know what was going on, and I still didn't have a great grasp of how dominant he was. But just like they had all good interviews from people he played with, of like Ernie Els and people that are like legends, being like, "Yeah, I just knew when I played him, I had no chance." It's just crazy.
He was
think
a
about it.
psychopath. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's why people love him, despite all his personal flaws.
Correct. This one right here, PGA Tour, Tiger Woods' best season in golf, the full story, PGA Tour
Yeah,
originals.
you should watch. There's like
Tiger
a full
2000.
series on YouTube of Tiger like talking you through everything of how to do everything: irons, driver, putting, chipping. It's like a 15-part series from Golf Digest.
So I think in theory that sounds good, but he's on such a different, like he's an alien to me. Like I don't understand words that he says when he talks about golf.
Yeah, he is a big, just like, yeah, I just feel this, I feel that.
There was
I don't know, I
that
thought it
famous
was
clip
helpful.
of him talking to like pro golfers. I forget who it was, and he's like, "Yeah, how do you know like 115 from 120 with 20?" He's like, "I just feel it in my hands." I was like, "They're like, what? What do you mean you feel it in your hands?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just a feel thing." I was like, "Okay, that doesn't help a guy like me." Or maybe it does.
I think
Maybe that's
it
what I'm
would.
supposed to be
I
thinking
think you're too technical. You need to be more feel.
I just need to feel it.
I play my best when I'm just feeling out there.
80.
No thoughts.
You play 80.
I play my best when I know how hard down to swing on my wedges for distance control.
When I can hit the swing down hard, sawed off cut iron shot from any distance, that's when I know my game's in a really nice spot.
I've been cutting a lot of my wedges recently, which is weird.
That is very strange. It's pretty hard to
literally
cut a wedge.
cuts.
Like a pitching wedge, fine. But like a low wedge?
I'm saying I'm like hitting a 52-degree wedge
Yeah,
from
that's-
100 yards, and it moves left to right.
It's impressive. Just come.
I don't mean to do it. I don't try to do it. I just try to hit the ball straight.
Grant, if you want to work on your ball striking, I watched a video the other day of Bryson and Rick Shields. And Bryson talks about how important it is to use the ground to your advantage when using irons, and that like divots are important. And smacking the ground is what gets a good shot.
Bryson's another guy where I've watched his videos and he
Doesn't
loses
make sense
me.
to you.
There's a channel called The Art of Simple Golf. That's where I find myself. Guy keeps it very simple. Hopefully he's going to teach me how to have a bunker. Because if not, I'm going to do that new USGA rule where I take stroke and distance if I hit the bunker. If I'm 120 in the rough and I hit a bunker, stroke and distance. Going to hit where I'm at. Could you imagine I reload? Oh, that's OB for me.
You got to get better. Pros prefer bunkers than chipping out of the rough.
I know. When you tell me that, it pisses me off because I'm so bad at them. Like,
They're
that
so
just
easy.
makes me more mad.
Once you learn how to actually do it, they're so easy. Evan's a good bunker player.
I'm waiting for that day when I learn how to get better at it.
If you want to get good at chipping, Grant, I would just tell you to watch like hours upon hours of Jordan Spieth chipping and just watch how sick he is
Phil
with
Mickelson
it.
chipping.
Spieth is better.
Phil's better.
I don't know. Spieth's a magician with a wedge in his hand.
And I guess Phil's not very good.
No, yeah, I guess they're both magicians, but I would take Spieth personally.
I think Phil has the better rep nationally or like in the mainstream of being better at it.
How many majors does Phil have?
You like Spieth
7,
better.
6? Phil's a scumbag.
If Jordan gets the Grand Slam, maybe I'll give him the short game
Tiger's
title.
not a scumbag?
I know Tiger's a scumbag.
Dude, I just can't see Spieth like walking down Scotty or Rory on a Sunday. Like, I just think he'd crumble. And I'm not trying to be mean.
He can only walk down Dustin Johnson when Dustin Johnson illegally grounds his club.
Dustin Johnson, I think we'll look back on, also had an insane dominant stretch of golf where he just won like everything. He was sick.
He's like top 5 and longest at number 1 ever.
Spieth's past his prime.
Stunning.
It's over.
Spieth is not past his prime. He's like 30.
Oh, he's past his prime.
Also, Spieth has the killer. He has proven it. He was on pace to become something unbelievable, and then I don't know what happened.
He choked.
Had a kid. He choked at the Masters,
That's
and
your
then
dad
things happened.
talking. That's your dad talking.
No, he choked at the Masters. He had a
Can't have kids.
Webb Simpson or someone, or no, Danny Willett, and then
it would be cool if
back.
him and Rory did their Grand Slams, both choking at the Masters, both had long droughts of winning again, kind of thing. That'd be cool if that happened in the same year.
I don't even need him to win this week. I just need him to be in it for a little while on Sunday.
If he's in it, you're going to think it's a wasted opportunity. If he's in top 5 going into Sunday, you need him to win, or else it's going to kill you.
What he's really been has been shit on Thursday, great Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If he can just have a good Thursday and be in the top 20, 10 on Thursday, he has a good shot. He sucks on Thursdays.
All right. I think that's the show. Get
Not
people hyped
Thursday
for the
golfer.
PGA. Alex isn't tested. Cheers
It's a big
to
moment.
my ice cubes.
Cheers.